Hey guys, back with another video. This video is called "What if Deku and Bakugo was from a different timeline?" But I'm saying this in a way. I'm picking the since the theories I read about the user being Bakugo Koski being coming back to the first user to teach him how to use it. So I'm doing this like a different Bakugo Koski from another universe, another universe when he has one for all. And basically, he's the ninth user in that one for all, but I'm getting another timeline from Deku when Deku's the ninth user. And basically, in this ninth user of Deku, he has basically Black Whip and Float, while Bakugo has actually, yeah, Bakugo has Danger Sense and Fajin. That's like the total difference between the two in this timeline. So I'm making them come into one specific timeline. The one when Bakugo and Deku supposed to have a quirk, but they didn't. So I'm making this really subtle right now. So basically, I'm gonna explain how they're gonna know who each other are because actually, when they was going back in time, Deku sees a Bakugo, and Bakugo sees a Deku, and he said, "Wait, who are you? Wait, Deku, is that you? And why are you in the hero suit? Wait, aren't you? I'm confused." Deku, Bakugo in this version of timeline is very, very confused. How Deku's wearing a hero suit and he's supposed to be quirkless, and now he thinks about it. Wait, the only way if you get a quirk. He asks Deku, did he get his quirk from All Might, from One for All? And Deku will actually respond yes. And Bakugo, asks him, how many quirks did he activate from it? Deku will say Black Whip and Float. That's it. You got full Cali. Yes. What percent? 30%. What about you? Well, in this version of Bakugo Katsuki, he doesn't really have its explosions. So yeah, it's a double weird thing. So So Bakugo was playing. He got his power from All Might himself, and actually, they will start explaining their universe. Bakugo was a quirkless person, while Deku had a quirk, and Deku asked what quirk it was. Deku will say it was it was it was a telekinesis of fire breathing quirk, and he said, "Wait, why did I not have that in my timeline?" And he said, "Yeah, He explains what happened to Deku in his timeline. Now, like he explained why Deku in his timeline, doesn't have a quirk. His two quirks from his parents because of All for One. And Deku actually thought about that. All for One. So he was connected to me somehow. And Bakugo would say, pretty much. And wait, and he asks Bakugo, why is he quirkless? And Bakugo would say, All for One. Because he saw my explosions bigger. After hearing your story, I guess I had explosions, but I guess he took my explosions. So basically, they were having a talk while they're going to the timeline they were supposed to go to. So they explained what they're gonna basically do, and basically they know the future. So basically, they really can't fuck up. Plus, they both have one for all from a different timeline. So All Might doesn't get one for all to Deku and Deku and or Bakugo because look, they come from a different timeline that got stuck in their normal little bodies. And plus, All Might didn't give his quirk out yet. And plus, like they're going to child bodies, so All Might's gonna be like fully healed and all that. So there's gonna be three one for alls in this baby, like literally in this whole thing until sadly someone gets one for all in this version by All Might. So we're gonna begin. Bakugo Katsuki and Izuku Midoriya going to the Crocodile Theater. Since they already know who each other are, they are just basically friends already, like now, because this Bakugo Katsuki he actually likes. So is the Deku of his timeline and this timeline of Deku. So basically, they get along more better than original canon parts. And basically they clarify what their quirks are. They was about to say they was quirkless, but Deku Bakugo will show their full counting, and Deku will show float, while Bakugo will actually show Fajin a bit. And they said, "Wow, you guys got good two quirks." Yeah, yeah, we're beast. So he's gonna call this for Deku. Damn. Yeah, Deku's gonna keep Black Whip cover for now. So basically, his quirk is verified as a like super strength and float. And while Bakugo has super strength and extra super strength because he can't demonstrate dangerousness like that. So basically, they're both gonna be fucking OP in this version. So they go out, they tell everybody about the quirks. Everybody's happy for them. They got quirks. But now Deku and Bakugo in this timeline remembers how they got tormented by their other counterparts. And they will actually nod to that, not to let that happen again. So basically, Deku and Bakugo will actually begin to train together while they basically have nah, 2%. They're at 2% by now. While Deku and Bakugo are sparring, like on the playgrounds, just sparring. Deku's trying to get back to his shoot style, while Fist too. Bakugo actually had a different style. He would do fists and then kicks. So basically, it's like a close combat thing. Everybody's like astonished how fast and speed they go. So it's gonna go like a little more couple of years. At the age of 12, Deku and Baku are like eight. Wait a minute. In this version, All Might didn't get the injury, so he's basically good. But Deku and Baku will not actually tell him right away. Basically, Deku and Baku are just basically growing up, and they would be at the age of 12. They would actually have 20% of one fall down. While Bakugo has Fall Jin at 10% by now. And he crosses his body, making him more stronger. While Deku has float and just like literally using 20% to fly. So they are getting used to their abilities right now. Deku got still got Black Whip and Bakugo still have Danger Sense. So they really still train those as well. So just in case. So basically, everything was go up to their middle school when they turn like. What age do they turn to? Actually, wait. When you go to high school, you have to be a specific age. And there in the universe, they're 16. Wait, 18. He's 14. Oh. I'm gonna say 16 in this version because I forgot. So basically, they're basically saying who's basically the whole thing was going differently in this timeline. Like who's gonna like go to UA? It's basically Bakugo and Deku, and now they basically go chill, walking under the same bridge as Deku usually did. And but in this version, Bakugo did the same thing because getting tormented by a Deku version of Bakugo with his quirk. So they both go through, and Bakugo danger senses something, and now he looks around. Now he remembers, and Deku actually looked at him, and then looks around, and now he remembers. Like, oh no, this is the time of. And then the sludge was about to attack him. They jumped out the way, massively speed, and they said probably they can take him with one smash. And All Might will like just come out. Was about to say something, but he watched the two boys, and they both said Detroit smash. Literally sending a shockwave. 10% destroying the sludge building. And he said, "Wait, that's like." All Might's like pondering, like, what the fuck just happened? I just saw, and he will do his usual thing and ask what their quirks are. Oh yeah, they will not really lie to All Might. Actually, wait, they'll just tell All Might the truth. They will ask All Might to tie the sludge villain and actually beat him up real quick. He will do so since All Might doesn't have an injury in this version. He will not go to the skinny form. So yeah, so they on the roof, and all Deku and Baku get to explain one for all in a different timeline. They came to this timeline. All Might is kind of complex how this is even possible, and Bakugo will explain there was a time quirk user who actually sent us into a past, who sent us into a past that me and Deku in this timeline supposed to be quirkless, but me and Deku from a different timeline had one for all. We was the ninth user, came to this timeline, so basically we're stuck here for reasons. All Might will actually kind of believe it because he does sense one for all in them. Basically, yeah, he will sense one for all in them, so he will actually believe them and ask how much percent they have with the power. Basically, they will tell them like 20%, and All Might will ask how much power did you get from the other quirks. Deku will say he would got Black Whip and Float, and Bakugo will say he would got Danger Sense and Flajin, and the only things Deku's missing is danger. The only things they're really missing for Bakugo is Float and Black Whip and Smoke Screen. While Deku is missing Jin and Danger Set and Smoke. So Smoke Screen. So basically that's the most things they're missing right now. So All Might would actually them to train them, and they would actually begin training with All Might again, and they had a good time with All Might. And they asked All Might, what is he gonna give? Who's he gonna give his quirk to? And All Might actually ponders about that. Who do y'all think I should give my quirk to? Deku actually thinks, and Baku will actually think there was one person in this timeline. They was about to say Muriel until they thought of Uraraka. Like, why not? Uraraka. They would say, Utraka Uraraka. And they said, and he said, how do you guys know? And he just remembers they're from the future. Yeah, so we're gonna actually, I don't even know where Uraraka lives. That's what they're saying in their head. So basically, they was actually kind of scouting for Uraraka in a way until they heard of Uraraka getting bullied, and Bakugo and Deku actually spring to action. And but actually, yeah. So Uraraka has a friend, and I'm gonna guess it's gonna be Momo. Nah, Bakugo can't handle Momo. Uh, uh, Froppy. I'm gonna call Froppy. Yeah, in this version, Froppy has a strength quirk in this version. Instead of just frog, she has a strength quirk. So it's basically she has frog and a strength quirk. So basically she's overpowered in a one way, and basically they found them and just like beat up the bullies, and actually compliments of them holding their own. After like talking with them a bit, Sue would actually try to go home, and Uraraka was going to do the same, but Deku kind of stops her, and she's wondering like, why is he stopping me? Do we know each other? And basically, Deku is actually gonna ask, like, do you want to be someone's successor? She's actually pondering this and asking, okay, where? Because she's kind of confused. And he told him to meet her by the beach. By the beach. Oh yeah, they did not clean that beach at all yet. So Deku and Bakugo and Uraraka this timeline came to the beach. All Might was there. She is shocked as hell, and she still asks, "What do you mean by successor?" And Deku just like, "All Might, you want to explain?" Alright, on young Uraraka, I am All Might, if you presume, and my after explaining one for all to Uraraka, she is shocked this power can be passed down. And I wonder why they said pass the court. Like successor. But wait, I'm still confused. How do y'all like Uraraka's kind of smart? Like, how do you even know me? Deku and Bakugo and All Might's kind of like scared a little bit to tell her, and she says she won't be successor. She doesn't know. And Bakugo and Deku just cracked and actually explain what the future holds for them. And Uraraka really doesn't believe it, but until they show him they both have one for all, she's actually kind of complex and shocked. So they are from different timeline, and she asks Deku, "Did they get close or something?" Deku in this timeline would actually kind of blush a bit and just turns away. She noticed that, and she said, "Oh, that close." So yeah, Uraraka in this timeline would actually be working out. So basically, she can hold like 15% in her body right now. So she ate the hair, disgusting, and basically ate just basically just learning from Deku and Bakugo, full counting, and basically yeah, she just like learning all that stuff, just learning. So basically, in her fast reflexes and determination to be a hero, she will actually unlock two quirks that Bakugo and Deku can't even get yet. I mean, the last one they can get, it's called Smoke Screen, and she'll get the Flaw Gin and Black Whip, but she can't get the other ones I talked about. So basically, she works on this, and Deku actually started to work harder and actually unlock Flaw Gin, while Bakugo locks Black Whip. So basically, they are training their asses off, and that beach is clean, perfectly clean. And at this point, I did say Uraraka was at 15%, but the determination, she's at 30% with Deku and Bakugo at 31%. So they are basically at close power level. But her lightning is pink, while Bakugo's is orange, while Deku is green. Always, why? Never mind. But yeah, it's done for the 10 months. They go to the entrance exam, and they was about to. This is where I'm gonna end it because it's cold and I'm tired, and I have a limited time to be back where I was gonna go because I can barely go to sleep, wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, peace out. If you guys like this video, like and subscribe, and tell me if you guys want like another version of Asta going back in time to go train his past self, or you want me to do Noelle and Asta and Yuno going back in time to train their past selves. So tell me that in the comments and tell me that. And the ship is still gonna be Noelle and Asta. Noelle because I love Noelle because she has character development. But if you want me to make a harem between two girls, it'll be Mimosa and Noelle. That's it. So peace out.